right, we're back. My first guest, of course, is a comedian and an actor. He was one of the stars of In Living Color, and tomorrow you can see him when he hosts Sports Illustrated Swimsuit 2000 on TNT. Please welcome Mr. Damon Wayans. I almost wore that hat. How are you?
I'm doing good.
You doing well? Thank you for coming here tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Nice to have you. This sounds like the dream job, the Sports Illustrated Swimsuit 2000 job. Is that?
Well, yeah, someone had to do it. And
right.
I'm glad they chose me.
Right.
Got a chance to learn a lot about women.
You learned about women?
Yeah, because when you don't have, I'm married, so I didn't have an ulterior motive. So, you know, I learned, like, why women dress to seduce. Mm-hmm. You know, and what women say is men are dogs, but the truth is women, you know, expose themselves so that men will, you know, kind of seek them out. Guys don't do that.
Right.
You know, you never see like a guy with one of his testicles hanging out trying to seduce a woman. Like,
have you been on the subway recently? I could show you a guy.
Yeah, maybe in New York.
In New York doesn't count.
Yeah. And, you know, it's just like, it's not cool for a guy to, you know, a guy with his shirt open and the crack of his ass showing is either gay or Iranian. Right. You know. Or both, I don't know. And also I learned why women are so competitive. It's like that, you know, you think about the hair and the makeup and the nails. That's not for guys. That's for other women, because guys don't really notice that. We see a nice behind and nice breast. You never see a guy go, oh, she's fine, but psst, look at that connected eyebrow, you know.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, I'm out of here. You know, guys just, you know, basically we're animals, you know.
Yes.
Yeah. And women see other women as a threat. Mm-hmm. Like, here's another thing that women do, is like a beautiful woman will walk in a room and other women will go, that bitch thinks she's cute. Look at her, got her butt all out. Guys, we don't do that. You know, a guy never go, check him out, man. He think he fine. Look at that bulge.
All right, now look, we're gonna clean this up. Yeah. Now, what's other than these women issues, what's been bothering you lately? I understand that something's been on your mind that's been bothering you.
Yeah, you know, my kids are coming home telling me about, they're learning about the theory of evolution. Mm-hmm. Disturbs me.
You don't like that theory?
No, the whole idea that we came from monkeys offends me, especially being a black man. Mm-hmm. You know, right? Because, you know, where are the white monkeys? You know, we're the Chinese and Spanish monkeys.
Right,
you know,
right.
It's like, and they have nothing to really hold this theory up. You know, the fact that we evolved. There's no substantial evidence. The only thing they do have is a picture of Patrick Ewing that they keep.
My lawyer say that I wasn't at this show tonight. Now listen, okay, that's a good example, actually. That's a good example of one of the things you do. That's a good example of you sometimes in your comedy, because, you know, I never do it. I'm a good boy. But you can piss people off a little bit sometimes, and you once had a run-in with Mike Tyson. I've never had a chance to ask you about it, but is it true? That
was the scariest moment of my life, of my career. I was, you know, when we was doing In Living Color, Conan was doing a sketch called Three Men and a Baby, Three Champs and a Baby, and Mike Tyson was one of the champs, and he thought it was me, and I was coming out of this jewelry store, and he was with Tommy Hearns, and he goes, there he is. It scared me. I tried to run back in the store.
There he is one more time. I'm just, there he is.
And so I tried to run back in the store, but it was one of those stores that have the door that locks, you know, so I'm standing out there, and he grabbed me, he goes, you think you're funny? I saw you throwing me on television. You think I'm going to design a punch to make your liver bleed? And I was like,
Design a punch.
Yeah, I was like, it's not me, it's King. He said, don't try to like me. Tommy saw you do it. Tommy, didn't you see him? That's me. That means yes. And he grabbed me, and he actually bit me.
No, he
right
didn't.
here. Yeah, this was before.
This is before the ear biting.
Yeah, before Evander, I got bit first. He grabbed
That's where he
me.
got the taste for it.
Yeah. I was the hors d'oeuvre. And I was scared, you know, and like normally, like if a dude grabs you, you know, even I think he could beat me, I'm gonna try and put some false bravado, like, yeah, you better hold me, yeah, don't let me go, you dead. There was none of that with Tyson.
Right.
I was like a little bitch in his arms. That's just... I was scared.
Yeah, I would think
But
so.
I love Tyson. I gotta say that I really love him, and I'm glad that he won the last fight, and there was no controversy.
Right.
You know, when he first got out of jail, remember the first time he got out of jail?
Let's be specific here.
Yeah. I really thought he was gonna be all right because he was a Muslim. You know, he had his kufi on, he had a kufi on, he had a suit, he had the Quran. I was like, all right, God touched his life, he's gonna be fine.
He's gonna straighten up now.
Yeah, and then he opened his mouth. And I said, well, maybe he didn't read the whole Quran. Because he didn't have none of the lingo down. You know, he's like, I just want to say all praise to the Honorable Mustafa and Akuna Matata. Mama say, Mama sa, Mama kusa.
Oh, man. Very funny. I'm glad you're making fun of him tonight. I'm going to keep picking on Pauly Shore.
The weasel.
Yeah, right. Those are the people I go after. Sports Illustrated Swimsuit 2000 premieres tomorrow at 8:00 p.m. on TNT. And Damon, hilarious stuff. I'm sorry, I know you're a little under the weather, but we really appreciate you coming out here and being so funny.
Oh,
We really
thank you
for doing it.
Good seeing you.
Damon Wayans, everybody. John Stamos is coming up. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.